Hi, in this video I'm going to walk through the step which is required to deploy a machine learning model into microcontroller. The first step, we need to build, train and test a model, which we usually use our PC or laptop for the training stage. So because we need a powerful GPU and CPU in the training and testing stage, once we train our model and we reach to that accuracy which is expected from the model, we need to convert the model to the TensorFlow Lite. So we will convert the model with the TensorFlow Lite with the 8-bit quantization. The main reason would be to reduce the size of the model, which we can easily deploy on the microcontroller, because the microcontroller usually has a limit size of the RAM and flash, and also 8-bit quantization help microcontroller to calculate and also process the data. So when we train a model in our PC or laptop, basically we wanted to achieve the weight and bias for our machine learning model. So usually TensorFlow save the weight or bias data in 32-bit float point. This is the default of the TensorFlow. But if we wanted to reduce to 8-bit integer, we need to use quantization technique. So once we use quantization technique with 8-bit integer, we will reduce the model almost 4 times smaller than the original model. And this would be an example. For example, for the first example, we will walk through the model. After the quantization, the size would be 2.5 kilobyte, which is quite small. We can easily deploy on the microcontroller. After quantization, we need to convert the quantization model to the C data array. So basically, once we convert this model to the C array, we can easily include in our code. So the extension of the file would be cc. It would be one of the C++ extension, and also this would be one of the example of the data array which is converted from the first example. I didn't add all this data, but this would be the screenshot of the the only one part of the data. So it would be unsigned char array, and this would be the information of the model. So it means eventually the model is going to convert to the a header file. So once we convert this header model to the header file, which usually we use a XXD converter in Linux, and also this is a very clear example how would be the size of the model after converting to the TensorFlow Lite, and from the TensorFlow Lite we convert with the quantizations. You can see how the size has been reduced to the last step, is the size would be 2.4 kilobyte. So now we have a header file. We can easily import it in our microcontroller. So the next step, step 4, we need some library, or we need some function to make a use of this array. For example, we wanted a function which read the W and B from the header file, and also convert it to a machine learning model, and also we can easily use it. So basically we will use a TensorFlow Lite library for microcontroller. There are 5 library which we need to import, and then we can usually easily use this function to prediction and also classification as well. In this series of video, I will walk through 4 main example. this example is available once we download the TensorFlow Lite. And the first example would be hello world. Basically in this example, for example, we take a value of the x, and also we can predict the value of the sign would be y. So next would be macro speech. We will capture audio from microphone, and also we will predict whether this value, this audio is yes or no. Then we can turn on or turn off LED, and also the magic vanes. And in this example, basically we will capture accelerometer data from the sensor, and also we will predict whether this is the W a movement or all movement. Person detection. In the person detection, we will capture a data or image from the camera, and also we detect the present or absence of the person in the image. And also I prepared this summary from TensorFlow website. Basically these are the list of the 32 microcontroller that has been tested by TensorFlow and sometimes by researcher. And if you look at this table, they used 5 different type of microcontroller from 5 type of different company. So the common point is here, they all are 32-bit or microcontroller. And also the important things is the amount of the RAM and flash. If you look at the flash column, you can see that most of the microcontroller has 1 megabyte flash, because if you remember in the step 3 we are extracting the model in such a way which we can include in the program. It would be a header file. So that is where all this data are going to save in the microcontroller flash. That is why it's quite important for us to know about the flash size of the microcontroller before we select any particular microcontroller. And also amount of the RAM, of course, because as I mentioned, the library, TensorFlow Lite library, which we need to include, we need the amount of the RAM to collect the data from the flash and also process. So if you look at this table, the minimum size of the RAM is almost 192 megabyte, which is give us some idea how we have to select our microcontroller. That's all for this video. I hope you found this video useful, and see you next video.